Mickey does brawls. He don't know what he's talking about.
All right. Well, we're gonna give Rich Mitchell a call, and we're gonna get him involved in this atrocity of a podcast that we got going on.
Damn, that early?
Yeah.
I'm that bad?
Yeah. All right. I got Rich Mitchell on the line with us. He's putting on the show, the Winter Brawl. He's in charge of Ground Force Fights. And we got Mickey Gaskins here, and we got my co-host Ray Aris, who is a heavyweight. He might be looking for a fight. You got a still
Super
looking for a guy?
heavyweight.
Oh my God.
Could potentially. I got a lot of guys that are looking for matchups. Definitely.
There you go, Ray. How's your blood work? You good?
Yeah, I gotta get me a blood, Sam. I gotta keep up to date.
All right. So you're putting on the show on December 17th. We got one of your fighters on the show, Mickey Gaskin. And can you tell us a little bit about this show and what had you put this whole show together? I've never. This is your first fight.
Yeah, this is our first show. You know, I've been involved in the sport since the late '90s. You know, really, you know, I've been judging for a while. It was just time. You know, the opportunity came up to start a promotion, and I figured, you know, it's a good time to go. The state finally got on board, and here we are. You know, the show's going to be great. We're geared more towards putting a show on, you know, for the athletes. It's not so much about, you know, making a ton of money. It's about making these athletes, you know, have a good show to fight for.
Yeah, it's awesome. You brought in a Caveman to help you out. I'm going to be there, so all my fans, make sure you check it out. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be interviewing the fighters, so make sure I get a good chuckle out of everyone. I'll probably be commentating as long as we get it all set up. Can you tell me the main event? What's the main event of your show?
Main event, yeah, lightweight title fight. Morgan Caveman, West New York MMA, is going to be taking on Eddie Ortiz. He fights out of Bone MMA in Leroy. This is going to be a pretty exciting fight. You know, Morgan's 5-2. Most local guys obviously know Morgan. Eddie's he's fighting. This will be his first fight in New York. You know, he just got out of the Marine Corps. All three of his fights were down in Virginia.
Also, Mitz is one of our guys, Morgan. He's got the nickname Mitz. He actually trains out of our gym. So Mickey's trains with him. I train with him. We know that one's going to be a great fight. Can you talk a little bit about Mickey's fight? Mickey's fight in...
Yeah, Mickey's fighting Nick Giolatti. Nick trains in North Haven, Connecticut with Andrew Calandrelli. Andrew is, you know, is a Bellator fighter. Nick is a D2 wrestler. Was a D2 wrestler. You know, he's 1-1 in MMA. I think, honestly, this is my pick for fight of the night.
Right,
Nick's got heavy hands. Yeah, he's got heavy hands. Nick's a good wrestler, so it's going to be, I think it's going to be explosive. It's going to be fun to watch.
Awesome, man. So your show is going to be at the Quality Inn and Suites at Batavia. How's the venue going to be for you guys?
Venue's good. You know, it's about a 6,000 square foot ballroom. It's going to be pretty nice.
How many seats are you going to be sitting?
For about 450 seats.
450 seats. There's still tickets left?
There are tickets left. Yeah, you can get them from the fighters. Obviously, contact Mickey. He's got a bunch. Or groundforcefights.com also.
Awesome. Groundforcefights.com. We're going to make sure we check that out. Anything else you got going on at the show that you want to tell us about?
Yeah, we got a few local guys. Nick Phelps out of Western New York will be fighting for the heavyweight title against Tom Shelby out of Bone MMA as well. Those guys, those are good strikers. It's going to be a nice stand-up fight. I see it ending, you know, pretty aggressively.
Awesome. That sounds like it's going to be a great show. I did a whole podcast about dealing with the new New York State regulations for MMA. We talked about it. We talked about how only the professionals are really under the jurisdiction of New York State, and how the amateurs are underneath one of the individual sanctioning bodies. So what sanctioning body are you going with, and what are the rules for your amateur fights? Because the different sanctioning bodies have different rules.
Yeah, we're using U.S. Muay Thai Association for this show. Rules really, I mean, our guidelines are set by the state still, but they're at the discretion of the sanctioning body. You know, this show, how it works is if you have 1 or 0 fights, you know, you have to fight as a novice. Unfortunately, no striking to the head on the ground, and you got to wear shin guards. One thing I'm not a big fan of as far as the no striking on the ground, especially if you got a wrestler that works his butt off to take somebody down and work from there. But that's, you know, what it is at the moment. So besides that, rules are essentially the same as they have been.
Go ahead, Ray. You got something to say? Ray's sitting over here. He's like steaming.
Oh, Mickey, you should be safe on your back now.
Ray, you didn't listen clearly. That's for guys with under 2 fights. My opponent
Yeah.
has
Yeah,
2.
that's
and I
guys
have
with less than
3.
2 fights, so they're good.
My fight,
Yeah.
my fight's normal MMA rules. The only thing is no knees to the head and no elbows.
Are they wearing
Okay.
shin guards for the amateurs? The advanced rules amateurs?
No, only if you have less than 2 fights, you have to wear shin guards.
Okay.
Right. And head kicks are allowed or not allowed?
Head kicks are allowed with 2 fights or more.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Because we went to some shows. This has been a little bit different for us. Some shows have been allowing head kicks, and some shows haven't. So we want to make sure, like when you go see this fight, this is the real MMA, man. This is not watered down stuff. So make sure you check these fights out.
The only other thing that a lot of fans are going to notice is that title fights can only be 3 rounds now. New York State, that's one of their goofy regulations they just put in. Amateurs can only fight 3 rounds, no matter if it's a title or not. So you'll see both our title fights are only going to be 3-round fights.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
I mean, in one sense it's tough, but in another sense, some of these guys have a hard time going five rounds. But when you're fighting for a title, you should be able to. Actually, I think that's going to help Morgan a lot, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, Eddie, I've been to his gym. I know a couple of guys that train there. He is a very fast-paced fighter, so that fight should be a barn burner, really.
Yeah, I mean that fight's gonna be crazy. Morgan comes forward all the time too, and the Mickey fight is gonna be insane. Mickey's got like some seriously heavy hands. He's coming off a stoppage win by liver kick, which was pretty sweet.
Oh, that was sick. Yeah, that was a great kick too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look at that,
Caveman.
big great kick. Yes,
I'm
sir.
hoping on this one goes on.
I gotta have a bet with you, Caveman. I bet you Morgan take the guy down in less than 50 seconds.
50 seconds. Let's make it 30.
I bet. Okay.
30. You've got to bet that he takes him down 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I say
30.
I say it stays up longer than a minute.
Okay. I
All
bet.
right. $10.
$10.
All right.
Ray, you know
$10.
he's fighting the submission guy, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't even get in on that.
Ray, you just wait. Hold on. If Ray's is giving money away, I'll take some money. I'm in on this bet too.
All right. Let's Rich talk,
Well-
man. He's the important guy. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, what was Morgan's what? His first 3 fights, combined initial takedown was less than 40 seconds or something like that for the first 3 takedown or first takedown in each of his 3 fights.
Yeah, it's under 30
So
seconds.
I mean, he goes. I mean, he's going. So I think that's going to be a great fight. We got a whole card is going to be great. Actually, we paired up some really good guys. We got another kid fighting at heavyweight coming from Connecticut, Division I Sacred Heart wrestler. So it's going to be fun. We got some good guys coming out.
Has he ended up matching up against Alex Carroll?
He did.
Alex
Nick,
Carroll kid comes a fight, man. He's always there for a fight.
He does, yeah, and I figured he'd fare well, with the wrestler. Nick actually helped us out. We were looking for a fight for Tom Shelby. He's a local guy to the venue, and we just couldn't find a heavyweight that wanted to fight him. So Nick stepped up, said, he'll fight Alex on a different time. Alex, took the other kid, and that's why Nick's got the title shot.
Yeah, Nick Phelps, man. I forgot the guy's name. I apologize. Who's Nick Phelps fighting again?
Tom Shelby.
Tom Shelby is really tall. I cornered against him.
He's like 6'7", right?
Yeah, he is tall.
Yeah, he's 6'7". He's got big kicks. He's got he's got a long reach.
I heard he knocked
fierce
somebody
striker.
out with a head kick. That's what Nick told me.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of Carroll. He's the first person that really stopped Carroll, like really just stopped him. So it's going to be a great fight. Nick Phelps is another guy we train with. He's always coming forward.
Yeah.
All right, man. This card sounds great. I'm gonna let you go. You got any last words about the card?
No, everybody check it out. I mean, it's good. We're putting together an awesome show. We're going to be putting together, hopefully every couple months, we're going to be putting a show between, the Genesee County area, Batavia, and Buffalo somewhere. And we're trying to put together the best fights and make it awesome for the fighters. They're going to want to be there.